Now, in Spotlight segment today is eclectic Afrofusion artist Waifo Williams, popularly known as Zexzy. He falls back to music after his plans of seeking greener pastures abroad failed. His attempt to leave the country left him in bad shape, and he almost lost the singing voice that he has. 3 years on now, the singer, whose epic-themed persona is influenced by his love for epic Roman movies, now has a full body of work that is already getting impressive attention to his name. He joins us now on the Spotlight.
For my heart, now you be landlord. You say make I pack, but I know the hear word. Dear Lord, help me, Zexzy one more.
While I was in school, I always had a passion for music. Although I had lost my voice all of those times, because like 15 years ago, I lost my voice, and it was a medical condition called rhinitis, where you have nasal blockage, and it's not the normal catarrh that will just block your nose. This one was like a cartilage in the nose, one of my nostrils that grew out and kind of like just shut one part of the nose. So I couldn't sing. But then the passion was always there, and I just kept writing songs. And so I left school, worked a bit, and then I did my master's in plant biology and biotechnology, because I had to maintain the same line I started with. But then the love for music was always there, and during the pandemic, it was more like a reset button for me, because I told myself, man, you've written over 1,000 songs, and so if this world had ended, or if this world just ends now, that there's a pandemic, what would you say? Like, what would you tell God you did with the gift He gave you? Because at this time I was recovering little by little from, the rhinitis that I had. So that was how I left Benin, came to Lagos, and that was 2020.
And it's driving me crazy. Now you fool my mind. I'm slowly losing it on a daily. Now you fool my mind. No mincing words. The pain is real. Your brain is bugged. I know you feel.
I had written my IELTS exam. I had passed. I was in the pool. But all of a sudden draws stopped, because obviously people weren't allowed to travel that period. So that part of the frustration was why I also said, okay, let me do my music, rather than continuing this whole Canadian immigration process. Let me face the music that hopefully will someday take me to the whole world. And here we are today.
So live your life, don't thank God, no. If only rich and get trouble. Life is hard, don't still bubble. Free yourself from pain, free yourself from pain, free yourself. My brotherly body, throw away. Free yourself from pain.
Troy was actually born out of the particular situation I was talking about, where I had piled up so much pressure inside of me. I was thinking about my future and what I could do to change this tide. Life just carry me go where I don't know. so I had to ask myself, like, do I continue being in this depressed state, or do I let myself out of it? So throw away in that period came as more like a self-ministration. That, oh, throw away your sorrows, throw away your troubles, because like the popular Nigerian saying goes, well, I know the finish. You just have to find a way to make yourself happy in a world filled with so much disappointment. So that was what gave birth to Throwaway. So different songs come from different things that have happened to me or to people around me.
Zexzy, you got me falling. Your body's always going. Something inside me always excites me. Oh, Zexzy, you got me falling.
I've always liked epic movies, epic stuff. So when I see Romans dressed in their outfits, I'm like, wow, how would I look in one of those? So it was always a fancy for me. So when we came up with Obsession as as a song, we needed to market it in a way that, okay, how do we give this a spin? Like, okay, Zexzy, or let's make Zexzy the god of obsession, and let's make him look like this guy that is the object of every lady's fantasy and all that. So that was how it came about, the video concept, like, okay, Zexzy being a glass, and all the ladies are trying to, like a glass where they want to touch you, but they can't really touch him and all that. So that was how it came about, that concept.
Sexy. All these fine girls trying to sex me. Man, I try focus, she no let me. She be in my DM, she dey text me. She dey tempt me, she wanna come over. Say she wanna taste my sugar. Say the man sweet fast forward. And she no want no order.